Hello, dreamers. Hello, and welcome to a new Founders Town Hall. I'm Nik Kalyani. I'm the founder of NftyDreams, and I'm here this morning to give you an update on the NftyDreams DAO. So let's get started. So it's been a good week. We had a lot of activity going on. We had a lot of new dreamers sign up. So I'm particularly excited about that. And in addition, we did a lot of planning, and one of the major things we did was we planned a passive income for NftyDreams Dreamer NFT holders. I'm going to today tell you all about that. In addition, we have a huge benefit that we have lined up for you, which is a marketing workshop. Now, I've been on these spaces, on town halls, etc., and I told you that the marketplace model of the artist NFT monetization will continue to exist, but it's not growing very fast. It's kind of plateaued out. And so what we want to do is, while we are working on the alternate monetization streams for you, we want to also make sure that for the existing marketplace, you have an edge over others. And so we are creating this marketing workshop in order to help you, to guide you on one of the most challenging tasks for artists. Long term, we see that the alternate monetization ways that we are planning will be better for you and will actually result in a bigger income for you. But right now, today, what we have is the marketplaces. And so while we are there, we're going to help you along in that. All right, so let me share my screen here and show you what that's all about. So let's. Here we go. All right, so the marketing workshop will be held on September 8th at 8 a.m. PST, which is 3 p.m. UTC. So the marketing workshop is called NFT Marketing 101. And what you can expect to learn at this workshop is a bunch of great tips, great advice from Rachel Wilkins. She is our head of marketing and has worked with thousands of artists to help them improve their presentation, improve their marketing, get noticed. And this is a benefit available to the Dreamer NFT holders. Now, if you haven't minted yet, then this is the time to go mint it so you can sign up. So the sign up form is at nftd.io/workshop. So it's going to be an online workshop. In addition to the marketing tips, what we are also going to do is give you a fair bit of advice on sales, on how to price things, etc. And for our audience who are not English speaking, I also have these available in Spanish and Farsi. So hopefully you can see that and attend. So the goal here, folks, is very simple. NftyDreams is all about the artist. We want to enable artists. We want to help artists. We want to make it possible for artists to have a stable income. So everything we are doing is geared towards that. Now, as we are continuing with the Dreamer NFT drop, we are also planning lots of other benefits. For example, with our product team, I'm working with them to create ways in which you can optimize your NFT art. Before you mint it, we want to enable it so you can add metadata. We want to enable it so you can sign it digitally, so that if someone copies it, you can prove that you are the original owner of the work. So these are the types of tools and resources we are going to bring. It is going to be never ending, folks. There is just no stopping us. There's going to be a huge number of benefits that are going to accrue to you. And if you don't have that Dreamer NFT, I think you're going to wonder why you didn't spend the 25 bucks, because it's 25 bucks, you know. So get that today. And a lot of these benefits will also be available to artists who don't have a Dreamer NFT. Let's just be clear about that. We want to make sure that currently, because we are starting up the DAO, we accrue most of the benefits to the people who are stepping up. like there are artists who are stepping up and saying, hey, I support this DAO. I want to be part of this. So initially, all our benefits are going to be targeted towards the dreamers. That's just how it is. As time passes, we are going to also have lots of other benefits, and we'll make sure that they are available to everybody, regardless of whether they have a Dreamer NFT or not. But having said that, Dreamer NFTs will always have special events, special resources, special access to things, because that group of 10,000 dreamers, artists, represents the core DAO membership that votes on things, that is able to start up new projects, etc. All right. So I just want you to know that if you are watching this on YouTube live, you can go ask a question in the comments. I'm going to take a quick look at them. Let's see. I see a bunch of hellos, etc. Here's a good question. So where will the workshop be? Yeah, it will be on Zoom. We will have the link shared with the Dreamers soon. All right, let's see here. Happy to see me, always energetic. Yes, I love that. I'm always try to have positive energy, because I believe that you get back what you give. And the more positive energy I give, the more positive energy I get back. Let's see, any other questions here? And Radhika says, yep, this is going to be super important and useful. Absolutely. Like one of the main pain points I hear from artists is that they don't know, anything about marketing. They don't know about sales, about pricing. And, you shouldn't have to. That's the goal of this DAO. We are going to make it so you don't have to know these things. But today, we are just getting started, folks. We are barely off the starting blocks. So you can't expect to have all our solutions in place already. But that doesn't mean we can't support you. And that's what this marketplace, marketing 101 workshop is. It'll help you get that edge in the marketplace where you are. All right. So here's a question. Can you make it possible to buy more than 5 Dreamer NFTs? So, here's the thing. The intent of that is for voting. The intent of that is not as a collectible or something like that. If you really, really want to do that, if you want to have more, how to do that. But I'm not going to advocate for that. The fact of the matter is, it's a very simple sort of constraint to make sure that no single person has a huge say in the DAO, because the primary, and let's keep that in mind, the primary function of the Dreamer NFT is for you to vote. And I'll tell you a little secret. We are working on getting sort of our first sort of project grant program launched, so that you can exercise your right to vote in the DAO very, very shortly. And I mean very shortly. I won't give you details. Maybe next Founders Town Hall, I'll have all the details for you. But we are planning that because we want you to start seeing how this whole thing works. And although all the systems are not in place and it's kind of just coming together in a very chaotic way, still want to do it. So we'll have a grant, and we'll have the Dreamers vote on it, and you'll be able to experience the joy of being in a DAO and being able to exercise your right to decide what happens. Folks, remember, that's the DAO difference, right? In a company, someone makes all the decisions, and in a DAO, you make all the decisions. Right now, I'm making a lot of these decisions, but I don't want to be making them. I created this DAO, so we get all of you together, the Dreamers, and you vote on things. And that way, I don't have to be making all these decisions. So stay tuned. We've got this awesome project grant coming up. You get to vote. And not only that, because you have a Dreamers Mint Pass, you don't have the NFT yet. That will be available later. But even with the Mint Pass, you can get going. Because you have that, you can also submit a proposal. So I'll give you all those details very, very soon. This is going to be awesome, because it is the first time that there is going to be an organization that is enabling artists to create projects, whatever they dream of, and fund it and make it a reality. So this is very exciting. All right. So let's see. Let's now go on to my next and focal topic for today, which is about staking. So let's first set this stage. We have a DAO. We have a mint pass that is available to you right now at nftd.io/mint. You can get up to 5 of them for $25 each, and the duration of each one can be 1 through 5 years, right? This mint pass gives you the right on October 1st to go to our website and trade it in for a shiny new Dreamer NFT. That NFT gives you all the powers of a Dreamer, which are the ability to vote on what the DAO does, the ability to submit a proposal for a grant from the $1.25 budget that we have for that. It gives you the ability to hold a paid contributor role in the DAO. So you can have a contributor role in the DAO that's a volunteer. We welcome everybody. But if you want to be paid, you need to be holding the Dreamer NFT. You get to go first in line for any DAO event, challenge that we have. And we'll be having a lot of exclusive Dreamer NFT only events, etc., including IRL events. We are working on partnerships with galleries in New York City and Los Angeles, and we'll do that in other places also. So guess which works will be featured first at those galleries? The Dreamer NFT holders. Yeah. So we've got this situation now. Lots of love. Thank you. If you're already a Dreamer, I love you. I appreciate your support. If you are not yet a Dreamer, I love you too. But I would love you way more if you are a Dreamer. So please show your support. Now, I want to point out that when we did the pre-sign up, over 5,000 of you signed up. A number of you have not yet minted. I don't know why. I suspect it's because many artists are not aware of how these things work with pre-sign-ups and pre-mints and all that. I believe a lot of you went there and signed up and thought you're done. You have supported the DAO and you are done. No, my friends, you have not done that yet. If you signed up for the pre-mint, you know what that was? It was a waiting list. It was nothing more than that. It was a waiting list to join the mint early. That waiting list is done. It is gone. It has absolutely nothing to do with the DAO anymore. If you signed up for that waiting list, but you have not yet minted, you are not going to be getting a Dreamer NFT when we make it available on October 1. You have to go to nftd.io/mint and get a Dreamer NFT mint pass. That's the only way you're going to be able to benefit from all the things I talked about and what I'm about to tell you. Let's go into that. In the DAO, we have a treasury. The treasury is where all the funds of the DAO are, regardless of what cryptocurrency it is in, or even what fiat currency. There's a treasury that is managed by the DAO. What we are planning right now and going to deploy soon, it's actually, the contract is almost done. I was just looking at it yesterday. The contract looks really, really good. When I say contract, I mean a smart contract. So we are creating a new token that's called the NftyD token. What is this token like? Well, you're familiar with USDC, ApeCoin, ENS, etc. All of these are fungible tokens, right? You live in a world as an artist in the world of NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, which means they are unique. Fungible tokens are all the same. They are cryptocurrency. Anyone can create that cryptocurrency by creating a smart contract that is formatted a certain way. And by formatted, I don't mean like the text of it. I mean the code of it is created a certain way. So we, as the DAO, are going to issue our own token. That token is called NftyD. That $sign in front of that symbol, it just means it's a cryptocurrency. That's the convention people use, you know? So The symbol will be NFTYD, Nifty D. Now, everything we do in the DAO, the way we pay contributors, the way we pay leads, etc., is going to be with the Nifty D token. There are two ways in which this token exists for people. One, if you've earned it, if you worked for it, or you sold some art, or did something for the many, many programs you're going to have, regardless of what program you're going to have, the currency that is going to be used for it will be the Nifty D token. Okay, that's an important thing for you to understand about the DAO. Now, any token that you earned is going to be liquid. What does liquid mean? It means that you can go to a decentralized exchange like Uniswap, and you can swap it for ETH, for USDC, etc. So we'll create maybe one or two pairs, and the community, anyone is free to create swapping pairs on Uniswap, but the DAO will provide liquidity for all the tokens that are earned. So if you're a contributor and you earn a token, you know that on Uniswap, you can go swap it if you want. You can also not swap it. You can hold on to it, right, for the longer term to see if it appreciates in value, or which I hope it will, because that's what we are working toward. So that's the first thing. If you have worked for it, or if you have sold something or transacted, those Nifty D tokens will be liquid. If you got the Nifty D tokens via a grant, in other words, they were airdropped to you, you got them for free, or perhaps you got them as part of this drop we are doing right now, initial launch drop with the Dreamer NFT token, NFTs. Those are going to be locked. By locked, I mean that you can go to a dashboard we'll provide, and you can see on chain that you own those tokens, but you cannot do anything with them for a period of 1 year. After that, for a period of 2 years, they will be vesting. A lot of you who are in the corporate world understand the concept of vesting because you have it with stock. But if you don't, let me explain it to you. Vesting simply means that on a regular time basis, more and more of those tokens, or if it's a stock, becomes available to you to be free, to do whatever you want to with it. So if the tokens are granted to you, they are locked for 1 year, and then literally every second they are vesting over a period of 2 years. So you can go and hit refresh there and see, oh, I got more tokens vested. I got more tokens vested. And you can do anything you want with those. But the initial period, they are locked. Now, we did a promotion recently where we gave away a very large number of tokens. So some of you are early supporters. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are going to have a massive number of tokens coming your way when we do the drop. Right now, if you go mint, you are going to get 870 tokens for each Dreamer NFT that you have. So that drop is coming. Like I said, we're working on the contract. I'll announce the date as soon as possible when the airdrop is going to happen, and boom, those tokens are going to be delivered. So that's the lay of the land with the Nifty D tokens. Two ways. One is you've earned them in some capacity. Those are liquid. The ones that are granted, those are considered illiquid, at least for a portion of time, because they are locked. Now, you must be wondering, like, why lock it? Well, think about the alternative, right? Let's say, hypothetically, they are not locked. What are people going to do with it? Well, more than likely, people who are just looking to make a quick buck are going to try and sell it immediately. So if we've provided liquidity as a DAO, what that means is that the people who have earned those tokens may not able to convert them right away. And they've earned them, meaning they work for them, right? That's their wages. They should be able to convert them. But instead, people who got them for free are trading them, and therefore they are the liquidity is gone. But that's one thing. But the second thing is, when you have a sell-off like that, all that you can do is have the price drop. The value goes down. We don't want that. I mean, none of us wants that. We want the value to appreciate over time. So holding on to these tokens, holding on to any tokens for any project is important because it signifies your belief in the long-term value of that project. So we are in it for the long term. This is a long-term plan. And I tell everyone this, my business plan, the way I think about this is a 100-year plan. This is going to go on and become very, very big. We want every artist in the world to be a member of this DAO. It's an artist DAO, for artists, by artists, and it's for your benefit. So why wouldn't you? So you have to think about the Nifty token as a long-term value thing, and you got to hold on to it. Now, we thought, what is our mission? Our mission is to make sure that every artist in the world can have a sustainable income. Like, we want you to be able to say, my profession is artist. End of story. Period. Done. No more, hey, I do my art at night, or I do it on the weekends, or my primary job is I'm actually an accountant or something. We don't want any of that. We want you to shine. We want you to hold your head up proudly and say, I'm an artist. And that's it, and we want you to earn a living. We want to make sure that your income comes through your art. You go into your studio or use your iPad whenever you feel like. That's what you're doing. That's your primary thing. That's what we are working towards for. So knowing that's our mission, right? We are like, how can we get started on that today? Even though we have not raised any capital, even though we are just getting started, we haven't even put all the teams together in place yet. We are doing that as fast as we can. But we thought, how can we make this happen? And the answer is staking. Let me show you how we are going to give artists who have the Dreamer NFT today a passive income right away. So here's how it begins. If you have the Dreamer NFT, you're going to have tokens airdropped, as I just mentioned, right? And I just set the stage. I said it's going to be locked for 1 year, and then it's going to vest hourly. I said hourly because it's too much for people to contemplate that it actually vests per second, but that's what the contract does. It vests per second. But let's stick hourly because it's a good enough number for us to deal with, right? So those tokens are coming from the DAO treasury. Now, the DAO treasury has a fixed number of tokens, 1 billion. When we create them, 1 billion is it. 500 million of those are going to be set aside for the future. We're not going to touch them. 500 million of those are being distributed now, as the DAO is launched, with to the benefactors, to the dreamers, to the teams that have helped us get here, and so on and so forth, right? And but some of those go to me too. I paid $500,000. I expect to hold on to some of these tokens because that's my long-term sort of reward, if you will, in addition to the satisfaction of seeing artists very happy. So we do this airdrop. What do we do next? How does staking work? What we are going to do is take some of those tokens out of the treasury, and we're going to put them into a reserve that we call the staking reserve. We're working through the numbers, folks. So at this point, I cannot give you those exact numerical details, but as soon as they are finalized, I will give it. But I wanted to get this news out to you conceptually so you start understanding this. But it's a portion of those, right? They go into a staking reserve. So what does that staking reserve mean? It means they're going to be untouched. They will not be touched for any other purpose than for staking. Let's see what happens next. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a staking pool. Anyone with NftyD tokens can put as many of those that they want into the staking pool. Now, we could make it so you voluntarily do that, but we decided that as a benefit to you, your locked tokens, they're auto-staked. What that means is even though they are locked, we want you to have value from them. And so we are going to put those automatically into the staking pool. And you'll see why in a second. This doesn't mean that you don't have ownership or anything like that. Staking actually, I should back up and explain that term. Staking in the world of crypto is the analogous to in the real world of something called escrow. Escrow is, you put something aside. If those of you who play poker, etc., might also know, stake is you put something into the game that is your indication of uh, the capital that you're making available for sort of a reserve. It's kept aside. So that's what you're doing with these tokens. The moment you are given your token airdrop, what we are going to do is auto stake them for you. Now, I cannot imagine any scenario where someone will say, my tokens are locked, I can't do anything with them, but I don't want to auto stake them. That doesn't make much sense, right? So you can't do anything with them anyway, might as well auto stake them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put them into the staking pool. Now, what happens next? What happens next is the cool part. Because you have staked those tokens in the pool, every one of you have what's called pro rata ownership of that pool. All it means is you have a portion of that pool that's proportionate to how many tokens you put in there. So if you have a lot of tokens in there, like let's say that you were an early dreamer and you got, I don't know, I think there were like 6,000, 8,000 other tokens numbers. You put those in there, you have a larger share of that pool than say someone with just one dreamer NFT and they have 870 tokens. That's what they're going to get, right? So obviously, that's just simple math. You divide the number of tokens that you have put in there by the total number in the pool, and that's your pro rata ownership. Now, what is going to happen in that contract is we take tokens from the staking reserve and pay you interest for the amount of tokens you have locked and staked. These are paid out to you as unlocked tokens. They are available to you immediately, similar to the tokens that anyone has earned. So these are earned tokens. You staked your tokens, and as a result, you earn them. Now, I'll just be very candid with you, as I always am, right? We are going to do our very best to balance the liquidity, like the DAO is going to provide liquidity, but we can't guarantee that we can provide all the liquidity. Like we will expect people in the community to step up and provide some liquidity. But our goal, our intent is to make sure that any tokens that we provide that are earned have liquidity. So this is essentially what's going to happen. So this interest that is paid out to you as unlocked tokens goes into your wallet and is available to you. So this is passive income. This is staking income. Now I see a lot of questions coming in here about the how much, the amount, the duration. And I'm ready to tell you right here, right now, this session, this town hall is about explaining a concept. I am not ready to share any of those details yet because we are working through that yet. And I don't want you to walk away from this saying, oh, 2%, 5%, 3 months, 1 hour, 2 hours. No, not going to answer any of those questions. Going to hold that. So please hold those questions because we want to give you accurate numbers. We are working through the math on this. If we provide these unlocked tokens to you and we don't have liquidity, it does not really income. I guess it is income because you might choose to hold it. They are NftyD tokens. They are going to be valuable. But I know that some of you want to actually use this to pay your rent or whatever. And so that's what we want to help you with. But this is very important. We want to make sure that your tokens that you've staked are earning you an income. So this is the basic idea behind the model. It's the first step, really, to give artists a sustainable income. We are going to do this at scale, folks. Believe me, night and day, my every waking hour, and my team also, all we are thinking of is, other than marketplaces, what are the big ways in which we can help artists make a crap ton of money? That's it. That's all we are focused on. I think about it all the time. I think about partnerships with retail giants. I think about different ways in which we can innovate and create cool tech. to build LCD panels like the one behind me that have built-in NftyDreams, artist streams, etc. Every idea, every possible idea where we can make you money, we're thinking about. And so if there are still any questions from anybody, they haven't heard me speak. Because I still hear sometimes people say, hey, what's this for me? The whole point of NftyDreams is to make you money. That's it. We want you to have an income, right? So we're going to keep on figuring out ways to make this happen. And this is the first step. So let me tell you what has to happen though. Like, I have dreams, you have dreams, but they can't be a reality unless we work together for it, right? The first step, the very first step in our DAO was to get 10,000 artists on board. We are at about 1,000. We are way short of that. And it doesn't give me any pride or any joy in relaying that number to you, but that's a fact. And I'm always going to be candid with you. So we had over 5,000 artists sign up for the pre-mint, but they're all missing in action. They have not minted. I don't know why, but we're trying to find out. So as I suspect, they thought they'd already minted by signing up for the pre-mint, but that's not the case. So if you are one of those people who signed up for the pre-mint, but didn't actually go to niftyD.io/mint and actually buy, you are not going to get this. Okay, just very, very clear about this. This is available only to dreamers. And if you had purchased during the last purchase window, where there was a ton of token bonuses available, you are going to get a bigger income. That's what it is. It's just straight up. So it's still not too late. Go and get those dreamer tokens. Now, I was talking about the steps, right? First step, get the dreamer tokens. Get the dreamers on board. Second step, do our second drop, which is for benefactors, where we raise the $5.5 million, right? Currently, the DAO has no money. I am providing for all the DAO's expenses right now. That's coming straight from my pocket. The DAO has no income. And when we do the drop, the benefactors will provide the capital that will fund all this. This money does not just miraculously appear out of anywhere, folks. There has a plan and there is capital. There is a budget. This all has to happen in a series of steps. So I don't want you to leave this saying that, oh, cool, we're going to get these tokens and all of a sudden we're going to make money. No, it will happen if we execute on the plan. The plan is we get dreamers signed up. We go to benefactors and say, hey, look, we have 10,000 artists in our DAO. We have this plan. If you believe in a future of art, please support us. And I know we can get people to do that, but I cannot do that unless artists step up and sign up. It's that simple. You have to go tell all your friends to get in and get that Dreamer NFT. It's $25, folks. I know in a lot of countries that's a lot of money, but in a lot of countries it is also just a latte a month. All right, gotta do it. You have to do it. This is not my battle. This is your battle. If you want a stable, sustainable income, do this. Get dreamers signing up. Get those NFTs sold. And there was this Twitter thread that I started the other day. There is nothing stopping those of you who have capital to buy these and give them away to the people who can't afford them. This is community. This is what we do, right? Like, I am out there on a daily basis supporting artists, buying their art, etc. But you can't create an ecosystem with a person. You need people. You need a community. You are all the people. So, and I know some of you are doing that, and it's so amazing and so gratifying to see it. But I need more people to step up. Go buy more Dreamer NFTs and give them away to your friends who can't afford it. This is how we are going to create a movement. This is going to be big. Our dreams will come true, but we have to make some sacrifices now. We have to do the work right now. We have to go and reach out to each and every artist who has not signed up and ask them why. What question can I answer for you? What do you not understand about this? Can I help you? You have to do that. Each and every one of you. And if you're not doing that, this dream is not happening. I want this dream to happen. You want this dream to happen. You got to be our ambassador. You got to be out there just daily grinding away and getting more people on there. Help me do this, guys. I can't do this alone. I can't do this with the small team we have. We need an army. We have 1,000 dreamers signed up now. All 1,000 of you need to be figuring out what to do to get your friends on board. I saw what Nakul did today. He created a drop where he's giving away his own artwork to dreamers in a raffle. Brilliant idea. Why can't more people do that? If more people did that, it would attract more people to holding on to the Dreamer NFT and getting into our drop, right? So we need to do this. This is a collaborative effort. I want this to happen. I want this to be a reality. I want us to go and get $5.5 million, and I want to provide liquidity so you, through auto staking, can have a sustainable income. All right, now let me go and take some questions. Let's see. All right, so here Leslie goes, if we minted right away before you announce 4,000 tokens, do we get any tokens being some of the first to invest? Absolutely. You don't have to do anything. The schedule I posted, and it's still on Twitter, shows a breakdown of the token. The people who participated in the pre-mint, they get the highest number of tokens, 100%. We will never, ever do anything that does not that is not in the interest of our supporters. You stepped up early, you're going to get a bonus. I believe the pre-mint was 6,000, but don't quote me on that. Please go look at the chart. I'll make sure that we retweet it. But yes, Leslie, 100%. If you minted early, the earlier you minted, the more tokens you got. You don't have to do anything for that. See, this is the beauty of blockchain, right? All the data is out there. We know exactly who minted at what date and what time. So all we do is go back and analyze that data and say, all right, that person did it during pre-mint. Boom, they get that many tokens. That's it. It's as simple as that. All right. All right. So Nakul here is talking about his giveaway. Nakul, please put your Twitter handle in the comments, and I'll mention it. So you can just Google Nakul's name. He's giving away a photo to Dreamer NFTs. So that's awesome. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go look for more questions. Okay. Superworks asks, my fear is that during staking, can't our tokens either lose its value? So here's the deal. It doesn't matter whether it's staked or unstaked. Token value is the same based upon the value of what the overall DAO is creating. If people perceive that the DAO is doing valuable things, the token value is going to go up. If the DAO is doing things that are not good, the value is going to go down. So whether they are staked or unstaked, it does not make a difference. And yeah, Mark answered that question. Yeah, so he does bring up a good point. The risk is the value of the token decreases during the time the token is staked. Now, that is true. So just so everyone understands, what Mark is saying here is that when you have staked, right, what you're doing is you're locking your tokens for a certain amount of time. You know what that time period is when you stake. And it is possible that the value of the tokens goes down during that time and you want to potentially sell, but you can't do that because your token is staked. That is true. However, here's another fact. This is about locked tokens. You cannot do anything with them anyway. So staking is the best thing for you. It doesn't matter if the value goes up or down, and I'm always hoping up. But because they are locked, it's immaterial what the value is. You couldn't do anything with them anyway. So staking, at least you get an income from it. But if you don't stake them, then you won't get any income. Nik, you have put too much brain on this. Very well executed. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a team effort. It's always a team effort. This is not me. This is us. We are all doing this together. Thank you. How is it distributed between dreamers? I think you might be talking about the earnings. So the earnings are pro rata. Let me just review that again, just to make sure. So in this staking pool, like let's say that you've put in 10 tokens, and I have put in 5 tokens. Now, I'm going to be challenged at this math, but so you own 10 divided by 15. That's 10 plus 5, 15 total tokens. And I own 5 divided by 15. So that's how you get a percentage, right? A percentage ownership. So when this interest is paid out, it is paid based upon the percentage ownership you have of that staking pool. That's how you get those tokens. And once we have the numbers, I'm going to go through this with real examples, etc. Today, I just wanted to warm you up with this concept, explaining that you are going to have a sustainable income. This is all I want to leave you with today. I will have all the details in a follow-up session. So Mark has some really good comments here. If tokens were liquid from the beginning, that would create only speculation and could sink the token immediately. Yep, that is correct. This is why we have lock periods. And this is not something unique to us. Everyone does that. Not only that, this is also something you do in Web 2. Like I have multiple startups. The equity in that startup, you get it as an early employee, but it's not available for you to go sell to anybody. It's called restricted. So restricted stock is the equivalent of locked tokens in this world. You have to do that, folks, because otherwise, how do you create value as a company, as a new company or a new organization or a new DAO? If everyone's just getting your tokens for free and dumping them, that's chaos. That's not gonna help anybody. So the key is sustainable income. All right, let's see any more comments here. All right, Nick, you're always thinking and talking for us. You wish the artist well. We have to give 100% support in trying to implement such a big idea. Yes, I couldn't be more grateful for this comment. We are at the point now where I have done my part. I'll continue to do my part, but we are a community. We got to do this together. If you believe in a vision, if you believe in a world where artists can say, hey, my profession is artist, if you believe that you can have a sustainable income through art, then you got to help with this journey here. It is together. We are all in this together. All right. Elmira says, I thought there's no more time, but just now I'll buy 1 or 2 another and we'll send them to people. Couldn't make new. Folks, our goal is 10,000 dreamers. I do not believe we are going to make any decision to stop that until we have 10,000 dreamers. It's not a date. It's a number that we are chasing. So if you are under any illusion that, oh, I can't do this anymore, whatever, now is the time you go. But I'll tell you why it's better to do it sooner rather than later. The sooner we get to 10,000, the sooner we can go to benefactors and raise our $5.5 million. That means we can then have liquidity for the tokens. We can have our $1.25 million project grant. We can get the Diverge Sneakers program going. We can have the Namaste NFT event in Bombay. We can do every project that we have talked about, that we've planned for, that we've budgeted, that is in our plan. Getting to that 10,000 number is critical. Now, I have to make the decision sooner or later about whether we keep waiting or we say, okay, the artists are not stepping up. What is plan B? Have to come up with a plan B, share it with you, and execute on it. So I will not lose faith. I will not lose faith in you. I believe in you. What I don't understand is why 5,000 plus of you signed up but are not minting. That baffles me. That is a mystery that I hope someone will explain to me. If you signed up for the pre-mint and you didn't mint, I want to know why. DM me, tweet me in public, whatever. Just tell me why and say it in the comments here. If you were one of those people but have not yet minted, why? Why have you not yet minted? This is a question I would love to know the answer to. All right. So we have a couple of questions about the Mint Pass. I minted my DAO Mint Pass for 1 year. What will it be after 1 year? It will destroy itself, or we will have chance to mint another for the same price after 1 year. What a wonderful question. We make these Dreamer NFTs time limited so that we can allow different people to experience the membership of the DAO. We can't have an infinite number of voters, etc. That becomes really hard to manage. If you have a Dreamer Pass now, what's going to happen is at month 11, before it's going to expire, we are going to start promoting a new drop for renewal. You can go and renew your Dreamer NFT at that point. What will it cost then? You know, I don't know. Why? Because the Dreamers are going to vote on that. You get to decide that. If you decide that the cost is going to be $1, then it's going to be $1. If you decide it's going to be free to renew, it's going to be free to renew. I don't decide that. The DAO decides that by vote. So it could be anything. But the idea is that you will have a 30-day window to renew. If you don't renew, then your pass is expired and your slot, remember, there's only 10,000 slots, right? Your slot is now available for someone else to come and grab a Dreamer NFT pass. And I believe that in 1 year's time, right now, I'm sitting here on this stream saying, where are the 10,000 artists? I guarantee you, with all the stuff we are doing, there will not be any shortage of artists, let alone 1 year. 6 months from now, people will be begging for these Dreamer NFTs. And right now, they're available to anyone. If you knew what I knew about the plans we have, there would not be a Dreamer NFT available for anyone to buy right now. They would be gone in seconds. There is going to be a huge demand for these guys. I promise you. The plans we have are pretty solid and very actionable, and it's going to be very exciting. Yeah, so you will be able to renew. All right. So Floyd says, I think the registration link and the mint link was different, so people may have gotten confused and did not mint. I think. Well, yes, you're right. The registration link was for pre-mint. It was for the waiting list. And then the mint live is totally different. So if you want to go mint, then here, let me pull up that slide here. There it is. You need to go to NftyD.io/mint. That is the place you go right now to mint. All right. That's where you send everybody, your friends, everybody, NftyD.io/mint, and they can go and buy these passes. But you're probably right. In the crypto ecosystem, there's all these PFP drops and things like that. So the people who are used to doing it, this is normal for them. They get on a allow list, a white list, a pre-mint list, and they wait. They wait for the launch time, and then they immediately go and buy. I was in one yesterday where the whole thing sold out in 36 seconds, and there's $5 million. So this kind of thing happens for PFPs, etc. But here we are talking about something very real to change the world, and you see what's happening, right? So this is how the world we live in, where you do a drop with some cartoon images with no plan, and you can get sold out for a lot more money, I might add. But we are trying to build something useful for the world, and we have a challenge. But I'm not going to keep harping on that because I'm very positive and want to move forward. Let's see, what else do we have here? So after we hit 10,000 Dreamers, does that mean minting will be finally closed? Yes, the contract will not work. There are only 10,000 NFTs available for Dreamers. That is it. So if we get, 2,000 people buying 5 each, done. It's done. It's not the number of people, it's the number of slots that are there. There's just 10,000 slots. And so, like I said, it's just math. Multiply how many people are buying by how many people there are, and that total is what you have. The duration does not matter. You can buy it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and 4 years or 5 years. That is um, it's one NFT, one duration. All right, let's see what else do we have here. Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, here we go. If you give some nifty coins as a gift to the person who adds more people, the members will try to add new artists more enthusiastically. Have you tried to implement an idea like this? Yeah, so what we're talking about here is an incentive program, essentially. We've thought about it a little bit. It starts getting pretty complicated to manage these things, and uh, I don't know if people are not responding to other incentives we have given, where we gave them a lot of tokens. Like, just think about it. What incentive could we give? Number of tokens per person signed up versus just buy at an early time and get a lot of tokens, right? We already had those incentives, and it didn't move a lot of people. That's just the fact. So what we will be doing is reaching out to other artist communities, because I think there's a lot of people who still don't know about NftyDreams at all. And this is why I cannot emphasize it again. You, the 1,000 dreamers that are on board, are in many different artist communities. You need to be promoting it. You need to be talking about it so that the word gets out. So help us do that, and this thing will be sold out in no time at all. But I'm counting on your help for that. Yeah, spreading the word is exactly what you need to do. So minted wallet or wallet holding dreamer NFT gets tokens airdrop. Okay, so that's a good question. So right now, that picture you're seeing there on the screen is of the mint pass. All right, this is something you're going to burn on October 1st to get your dreamer NFT. If we do that airdrop before October 1, then if you have the mint pass, you're going to get it, the tokens. If we do it October 1 or later, then we will require that you burn this mint pass, get the dreamer NFT, and we drop it if you have that in there. So when I say drop, it's not like if it's not available a certain day, if you're not available or whatever, it's not going to work. It's really claim. You can go claim it anytime if you want. If you don't, but are not ready for it at the airdrop time. But we'll figure out all those details. We'll figure out all those details and let you know. But it's always going to be the holder of the current state of it. The current state of it is mint pass, right? We don't have a dreamer NFT, so that's where we'll drop it. But then if you burn it and you get the dreamer NFT, then that account will get it. There cannot be any two accounts at the same time for the same pass that can have it. So either you have the mint pass and you got it, or you burned the mint pass and then you got it. Now, you can't get it twice. Like, you can't get it with the mint pass and then burn it and get the dreamer NFT and then try and get it again. That won't work because your account will already have been credited. All right. So I think that's it. I see a lot of people saying that they are going to talk to other people. I appreciate that so much. That will be much appreciated. I want to see those numbers go up. We are doing everything we can. You can see me in spaces nonstop talking about it until I'm hoarse. I would appreciate if you would also help, because we need to get to a good threshold of artists in the DAO so that our benefactor drop can be successful. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you love the idea of making a steady passive income through staking. I'm just going to put that slide up here again in case anyone joined late. This is a way for us through the NftyD token airdrop to give you a sustainable income. If you've got the Dreamer NFT, you're in for it. So thanks everyone for joining this Founders Town Hall. Dream on and dream big.